If the sun disappeared right now, you would not notice immediately. For a few minutes, the sky would still look normal, and that delay is where the nightmare begins. The first danger would not be the cold. It would not even be the darkness. The hidden danger would be something you cannot see. Gravity itself would change. But Earth would only learn that after the light goes out. Right now, Earth is not sitting still in space. It is moving around the sun at incredible speed. The sun's gravity keeps Earth locked in orbit. Its light warms the oceans, the air, and the land. Its energy feeds plants through photosynthesis, and plants support almost every food chain on Earth. So the sun is not just a light in the sky. In this scenario, the sun suddenly vanishes completely. Its light is gone. Its heat is gone, and its gravitational pull is gone too. But that change does not reach Earth instantly. Light has a speed limit. Gravity, in modern physics, also does not update instantly. So Earth keeps receiving the sun's last message. For about 8 minutes and 20 seconds, daylight remains. Then the final sunlight arrives. The sky goes dark. Not like sunset. More like someone switched off the universe. Shadows disappear because there is no sunlight left. The moon loses its shine almost instantly after that. The planets become harder to see. Stars suddenly dominate the daytime sky. Cities still glow with artificial lights, but above them the sky is no longer blue. It is black, completely black. And then comes the second shock. Earth is no longer orbiting the sun. It begins moving forward into space by inertia. The planet has lost its anchor. In the first minute of darkness, people would look up in confusion. Phones would record a sky that should not exist. Birds and animals would react to the sudden night. Solar panels would stop producing power. Satellites would keep working for a while, but their world has changed forever. Earth would not explode. The ground would not freeze in 1 minute. The oceans would not instantly turn to ice. That is the strange part. At first, Earth would look survivable. The air still holds heat. The oceans still hold enormous warmth. Buildings still stand. But every system has started counting down. In the first hour, the temperature would begin dropping slowly at first, then more noticeably. Weather patterns would lose their main energy source. Winds would begin changing in strange ways. The water cycle would begin to collapse. No sunlight means less evaporation. Less evaporation means fewer normal clouds and storms, but the atmosphere would not vanish. It would stay wrapped around Earth. For now, people could breathe. For now, cities could still run on stored energy. The planet is no longer being refueled. The planet is no longer being refueled. Every hour would make Earth colder, and every hour, Earth drifts farther into darkness. By the first day, panic would spread across the world. Panic would spread across the world. Governments would focus on heat, food, and power. Power grids would become humanity's lifeline. Food storage would become more important than money. Agriculture would face an immediate crisis. Without sunlight, crops cannot grow normally. Photosynthesis would stop. Plants would begin living on stored energy. Some could last for a while. But the food chain has been cut at the base. Animals that depend on plants would be next. Then predators would follow. Humans would survive only through storage and technology. The surface world would become a race against cold, and the race has no sunrise waiting at the end. After weeks, the surface would become far more hostile. Lakes and smaller bodies of water could freeze first. The oceans would resist freezing because they store so much heat. But even oceans cannot fight forever. Ice would begin spreading across the surface. The atmosphere would grow colder and thinner near the ground. Weather would become less familiar. Earth would no longer feel like Earth. It would become a frozen spacecraft drifting through interstellar darkness. Could anyone survive? For a while, yes. Underground shelters could protect people from the worst cold. Nuclear power could provide heat and electricity. Stored food could keep groups alive temporarily. But long-term survival would be extremely difficult. Farming would need artificial light. Heat would need constant energy. Every closed habitat would become a tiny artificial planet, and every mistake would matter. But life on Earth has one secret advantage. Not all life depends directly on sunlight. Deep under the ocean, some ecosystems use chemical energy. Hydrothermal vents release heat and minerals from Earth itself. Around them, strange life can survive without sunlight. That means the surface could die first, but life might not disappear completely. Here is the final twist. The sun is not just Earth's lamp. It is Earth's clock, heater, battery, and anchor. Remove it, and the planet does not end in one instant. It slowly becomes a world that forgot how to be alive. The sun is not just the light above us. It is the reason Earth is still Earth. If you want the next impossible scenario, subscribe to the Science If.